CR101radio.com, podcasts, and more.
81. Troubles and God. Back in 1953, I read something written by Thomas Wilson, a Church of England bishop, about 300 years ago. He wrote, quote, "I know, O Lord, that it is good for me to be in trouble, or thou wouldest not suffer it to be so." End quote. I didn't like what I read, but I knew it was true. When the Lord sends us troubles, He wants us to learn something. The Lord sends us into the world to do His will, not ours. He alone knows what is best for us, and very often we no more like what is good for us than we liked, as children, our parents' decisions for us. We are plainly told that, "Whom the Lord loveth, He chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom He receiveth." Hebrews 12:6. When God adopts us into His family, He begins a chastening process. He brings us into conformity to His will by the things we suffer. Now, no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yieldeth the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. Hebrews 12:11. God prepares us for life in time and eternity. We tend to think in terms of today, and so we find His dealings with us difficult and trying. He tells us, however, that His chastenings are the evidence of His love. The lack of chastenings in families, schools, churches, and elsewhere is thus a witness to the decline of true love and to the rise of lawlessness and unstable, undisciplined peoples. The hand of God is on all of us. Look for it and trust Him in all His dealings with you. The author. Rousseau John Rushdoony, 1916 to 2001, was a well-known American scholar, writer, and author of over 30 books. He held BA and MA degrees from the University of California and received his theological training at the Pacific School of Religion. An ordained minister, he worked as a missionary among Paiute and Shoshone Indians, as well as a pastor to 2 California churches. He founded the Chalcedon Foundation, an educational organization devoted to research, publishing, and cogent communication of a distinctively Christian scholarship to the world at large. His writings in the Chalcedon Report and his numerous books spawned a generation of believers active in reconstructing the world to the glory of Jesus Christ. Until his death, he resided in Vallecito, California, where he engaged in research, lecturing, and assisting others in developing programs to put the Christian faith into action. The Ministry of Chalcedon. Chalcedon is a Christian educational organization devoted exclusively to research, publishing, and cogent communication of a distinctively Christian scholarship to the world at large. It makes available a variety of services and programs, all geared to the needs of interested ministers, scholars, and laymen who understand the propositions that Jesus Christ speaks to the mind as well as the heart, and that His claims extend beyond the narrow confines of the various institutional churches. We exist in order to support the efforts of all Orthodox denominations and churches. Chalcedon derives its name from the Great Ecclesiastical Council of Chalcedon, AD 451, which produced the crucial Christological definition. Therefore, following the Holy Fathers, we all with one accord teach men to acknowledge one and the same Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, at once complete in Godhead and complete in manhood, truly God and truly man. This formula directly challenges every false claim of divinity by any human institution, state, church, cult, school, or human assembly. Christ alone is both God and man, the unique link between heaven and earth. All human power is therefore derivative. Christ alone can announce that. All power is given unto me in heaven and in earth, Matthew 28:18. Historically, the Chalcedonian Creed is therefore the foundation of Western liberty, for it sets limits on all authoritarian human institutions by acknowledging the validity of the claims of the one who is the source of true human freedom, Galatians 5:1. The Chalcedon Foundation publishes books under its own name and that of Ross House Books. It produces a magazine, Faith for All of Life, and a newsletter, the Chalcedon Report, both bi-monthly. All gifts to Chalcedon are tax-deductible. For complimentary trial subscriptions or information on other book titles, please contact Chalcedon, Box 158, Vallecito, California, 95251, USA. www.chalcedon.edu